Really do. I hate them. I cannot stand them. With all of the things we did with the tax cuts and rebuilding our military, not one Democrat voted for us. And I think we use it in the campaign that's coming up, the midterms, because we got to beat them. But all of the things that we've given, and they wouldn't vote only because they hate Trump.
Take your Jesus to work day. Ronnie Chang calls 911 on me, and Donald Trump is in Scotland, I assume, to visit the ancestral home of McDonald's. So let's find out more in our ongoing segment, Trump Meets World.
So, let's take a closer look in our ongoing segment, Trump Meets World. Donald Trump is absolutely furious right now, so furious it feels like he's filing emotional lawsuits in his sleep. After Desi Lydic and Jon Stewart roasted him harder than a Times Square hot dog stand, he's suddenly on a mission to cancel The Daily Show. Yes, the man who built a career on reality TV now wants to shut down comedy itself. What exactly did they say that pushed him into full meltdown mode? Did they expose something he hoped no one would ever hear? Stay with us, this gets unbelievable fast.
People like you, because you treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe they'll come after ABC. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech, right? Your company paid me $16 million.
Gaze upon him with a gait even more majestic than that of the royal horses that pranced before him. He wowed the English with charm, intelligence, and an undeniable sexual charisma.
In today's episode of Trump Meets World, Donald Trump is in full meltdown mode. Insiders say he's so furious he might be filing emotional lawsuits in his sleep. After Desi Lydic and Jon Stewart roasted him with Times Square-level heat, he launched a personal mission to cancel The Daily Show. Yes, the former reality TV star now wants to silence comedy itself. But what sparked this explosion? What truth pushed him over the edge? Stay tuned, because it only gets wilder from here.
President Trump still can't shake the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. So this week, Congress heard testimony from Kash Patel, FBI director and man who looks like he just walked in on his parents having sex with a whore.
Hold on, enjoying the video? Make it official and hit that subscribe button, because the best twists are still on the way. Now, back to the chaos. Why is Trump spiraling? Because Desi Lydic and Jon Stewart exposed him on national TV, and apparently that was the last thread holding his ego together. It didn't take much, one segment, one breakdown of the facts, one roast too many. And suddenly he's acting like comedy is a national security threat aimed directly at him.
The point is, we have 17 less inspectors general. Who knows how many generals will now go uninspected?
He's pacing nonstop, calling advisors, probably typing in all caps, and somewhere a poor printer is melting under the weight of whatever lawsuit-shaped tantrum he drafted at 3 a.m. Meanwhile, The Daily Show isn't even pretending to care, and that's what stings the most. Comedy hit him so hard he's now filing emotional complaints against punchlines, hoping someone will treat jokes like criminal offenses.
As we said, Trump is in Scotland right now, seeing as his favorite island destination has been shut down. When a president travels overseas, it's important for them to project strength and dignity.
Imagine being so rattled by jokes that you're Googling, "Can a president sue for emotional damage?" That's exactly where we are. He's trying to cancel a show he doesn't even watch, which only adds to the comedy. His meltdown isn't from seeing the segment, someone merely summarized it for him. And even that tiny recap completely destroyed his entire mood.
Oh, it surprisingly got through, like every other f***ing thing Trump has wanted. From Qatari jet bribes to Epstein file secrecy to extorted media conglomerate protection money.
No one collapses that fast from sarcasm unless their guilty conscience is already stretching backstage. And now he's furious at Desi because when a woman is funny on national TV, he somehow interprets it as a personal attack. She dismantled him piece by piece like she was assembling an IKEA roast without a manual and half the screws missing. He might have survived the political analysis. He might have tolerated the satire. But the moment Desi mixed comedy with intelligence and social awareness, he flatlined. She didn't even need to swing, she just presented receipts. And receipts don't comfort egos. They don't negotiate. They simply sit there whispering, yes, he really did that. Then came the real crisis, Jon Stewart. Trump thought he was recovering from Desi's segment until Jon appeared like the final boss the Surgeon General warns you about. Suddenly he shifted into full if I can't win, nobody wins mode. He's threatening media regulators like they're mall security guards and insisting America needs protection from jokes as if comedy is a biohazard. In his mind, this isn't panic. It's a crusade. The only issue? Crusades require followers. And at the moment, the only ones joining are commentators desperate for content.
Do this on his own. Mr. President, get down to Capitol Hill and show Patel you got his back.
The president left the White House today, heading to London for a state visit.
Wow, Cash did not see that coming.
Meanwhile, The Daily Show is lounging like royalty. They're posting clips, dropping new segments, tossing in extra jokes, and sprinkling salt on the situation like they're seasoning a 5-star entree. No fear. No retreat. Not even a glance in Trump's direction. They're deploying the one weapon he cannot defend against: total, effortless indifference. Trump doesn't crumble under insults, he crumbles under silence. And Desi and Jon just delivered a masterclass in acting unbothered. Now he's entering his next meltdown phase, rewriting reality. In his version, The Daily Show has been plotting against him for years. Translation? They made jokes that stung. If Jon Stewart trends online, Trump fires off another frantic statement. If Desi merely blinks on camera, he releases something that sounds like a diplomatic curse disguised as a press release. He's trying to seize the narrative by screaming at it, an ancient technique that's only ever succeeded for toddlers demanding candy at Target. And now, as the meltdown evolves.
As part of this historic trip, the perfectly tinted Trump dazzled his hosts at dinner.
You can almost hear the conversations unfolding behind closed doors. Advisors begging him to move on, lawyers gently reminding him that satire is protected under the First Amendment, and Trump cutting them off with the same frantic line, "But they disrespected me on television." He's truly convinced that if he throws a big enough tantrum, the universe will eventually outlaw comedy just to soothe his ego. Someone needs to break the news to him: comedians aren't cancelled because someone was offended, they're renewed because someone was offended. Offense isn't a threat to comedy, it's fuel. And the best part? The more Trump complains, the bigger The Daily Show gets. The monologue he's furious about sent thousands of new viewers sprinting toward the show, eager to witness the chaos for themselves. His boycott didn't hurt the show, it became free advertising. The kind you cannot buy, the kind you cannot plan, the kind that only a full-scale Trump meltdown can produce. Every rant he fires off, every angry statement, every insult, it all works in their favor. His outrage has become their marketing department.
Although an uninvited insect made that a little harder for President Trump.
Meanwhile, Jon Stewart is somewhere sipping tea like a man who already knows he won. Desi Liddick is probably laughing with her team, replaying clips like they're watching championship highlights. And The Daily Show writers? They're sharpening their pencils with the quiet joy of people who just received years' worth of material handed to them on a silver platter. Trump isn't an adversary, he's a gift basket with a return address. Now he's scrambling to rewrite the narrative. He wants America to believe this uproar has nothing to do with jokes and everything to do with defending the nation. But listen closely. The only American he's protecting is himself. This isn't patriotism, it's emotional damage dressed in a flag. He's not saving the country, he's trying to save his ego from a comedy segment that hit harder than any election night disappointment. And the wildest twist? We've drifted far beyond politics. This is performance art, and Trump doesn't even realize he's the headliner. Think about it, a former president attempting to legally silence jokes. A late-night show unintentionally controlling his public image. Comedians causing more disruption than Congress. And through it all, Trump keeps feeding the fire, pouring gasoline while insisting the flames are somehow unfair.
He didn't have to look down once. Completely off book. As he name-checked his favorite authors from the top of his head.
We're at the point where Trump can't stop himself anymore. He is trapped in the loudest loop of his own making. Because the moment he stops complaining, people move on, and when people move on, the embarrassment creeps in slowly, quietly, like a shameful echo he cannot outrun. Silence is his true enemy. Silence makes the jokes settle, harden, and replay in his mind. That's why he keeps shouting. Not because he's winning, but because losing is far too silent. Now everything is set. Trump can't stop talking about The Daily Show without signaling surrender. And The Daily Show won't stop roasting him because the views, the laughter, and the momentum are too delicious to give up. Meanwhile, the internet isn't choosing sides, it's choosing entertainment. This saga is better than any drama available on streaming services. But here's the twist nobody likes to acknowledge: Trump doesn't actually want The Daily Show gone. If it disappeared tomorrow, who would he blame the next time his pride gets bruised? Who would he spar with when he needs attention? Who would he accuse of unfairness to recharge his spotlight? This isn't a feud. It's a subscription to chaos. And Trump renewed it, willingly. Even if he walks away, some old clip will resurface and drag him right back in.
Yesterday as he embarked on a 3-day state visit to the UK, his happy place where the king is in charge and vegetables are illegal. Of course, our relationship with Britain is not great right now.
He is the politician who wants script approval, the man trying to handpick his own roast jokes like a child bargaining for a punishment. Embarrassment, however, doesn't negotiate. It arrives on schedule, fully armed, and performs its job whether he's ready or not. Every attempt to control the narrative only proves he lost it long ago. Every furious statement reminds the world that he is obsessively focused on a TV show that isn't focused on him. The more he demands people ignore The Daily Show, the more viewers flock to see what has him so furious. Reverse psychology at its finest. And yes, this is the same man who claimed he didn't care about media coverage. Now his supporters scramble to transform his meltdown into a serious issue. While the truth is clear, this is hurt feelings amplified by dramatic energy. What looks like national dignity in his press appearances is really just a full-blown tantrum sparked by a joke. The empire-level crisis they're trying to construct? It exists only in the imagination of those too invested in his outrage.
Because I don't know if you've met Donald Trump. He pushes shit.
President Trump deploying executive action to end birthright citizenship.
This unconstitutional, un-American attack.
Shredding our Constitution.
Things are spiraling when even his closest allies are subtly retreating. You can feel them inching their chairs back, whispering, maybe today isn't the day to challenge a comedy show. Some dodge questions entirely. Others shift topics mid-sentence, fully aware this isn't a political skirmish, it's a spectacle wrapped in ego and hairspray. What Trump truly craves is acknowledgement, for The Daily Show to see his fury, apologize, and restore the image of an untouchable villain. But the world stopped playing along, and he cannot bear it. Here's the twist: no one is directly attacking him. Desi and Jon Stewart simply shone a spotlight on what everyone already sensed: his ego drowns out reasoning. They didn't topple him. They revealed that he is already unsteady, and the thing he fears most is being caught without the illusion of control. It's chaos disguised as composure, and he's trapped in it.
His accidental dance moves are way more impressive than his intentional ones. Very weird. Anyway, I do understand why he was so frantic. That mosquito was also asking Trump about Jeffrey Epstein.
Now, Trump is unleashing everything in his arsenal at The Daily Show. Legal threats, impassioned speeches about patriotism, dramatic claims about freedom, and the classic, "I'm just asking questions" routine. It's all theatrical smoke and mirrors. Strip it down, and the truth is shockingly simple: he wants the clips erased because they made him feel small. That's it. That's the entire story. And the internet knows it. The moment he demanded The Daily Show be cancelled, memes multiplied like wildfire, turning every reaction into digital artillery. The most brutal reality? Trump didn't just lose to a comedy show, he lost control of the narrative. Once the internet claims your embarrassment, there's no undo button. He will keep posting, keep ranting, keep demanding attention from the very show thriving on his humiliation. Every meltdown becomes the next episode. Every rant fuels the writer's room with laughter. Every attempted spin becomes meme gold. Even as he brags about a successful trip to the UK and claims a brotherly bond with King Charles, the truth is inescapable: he is his own worst enemy. The Daily Show isn't destroying him, he is. Every gesture, every statement, every tantrum writes his own comedy. He volunteers for humiliation, and reality does the rest. This isn't a rivalry. It's a recurring cycle, a self-sustaining spectacle. Trump versus The Daily Show isn't politics, it's the story of a man demanding respect from those whose entire job is revealing the truth.
Trump employing restraint, not to quote verbatim these great authors. Our president has devoured voraciously. Incredible people indeed.